Is your favorite celebrity actually a clone? Although I can't give you 100% proof, I can show you the people in the space that have spoken about this, like Orlando Brown, Kanye West, Kid Boo, and even this news channel and Tom MacDonald. There's way more, but these are the ones which we'll cover today. So getting straight to the point, there was this Onion news channel and they made a video around 14 years ago about a lab that clones Disney stars. One of the people they spoke about, who is well known, is called Zac Efron. What's really interesting is you'll see the doctor saying that he made a mistake and says his skin will soon begin to dissolve.
Now this one's Zac Efron. I've seen him before.
Yes, Zac was actually one of our earliest models.
My daughters love him. I mean, he looks so real.
Actually, I think we could have done a better job with Zac. He could show more human tendencies. If you look closely, you'll notice there's a certain deadness around the eyes.
I do see that,
yeah.
yes.
I'm sorry, it's hard for me to watch because all I see is all my mistakes.
Yeah.
Well, he seems flawless to me.
Well, he's holding up, but there was a bug in that first batch, and as a result, Zac's skin will soon begin to dissolve.
This means he'll need to get surgery later on. This is where it gets weird and too coincidental. As some of you may know, he actually got plastic surgery on his face a few years ago now, and it took over the media by storm as it was quite a controversial plastic surgery procedure outcome. The fact that he did get the surgery just makes this thing feel weird and very coincidental, right? Now I need to show you this next rapper by the name of Kid Boo who spoke about how he got cloned.
Well, what happened with my first gen is they took the skull.
What he means by skull, by the way, is your pineal gland, hence why he'll be pointing there in the next few moments.
He initially had written in a will to the Raylan movement that if something were to happen to him, they can ship the skull over immediately to CLONED. So they can remove a fragment of bone that's located here. And in this fragment of bone, it stores all of your memories and consciousness. And with that, they can make a sufficient replica of yourself, a reproductive version of you, including your memories. And you can be selective as to which ones you keep or don't keep. This process has been around for quite some time. Don't want to say too much information. This is going to be broadcasted on the internet.
People might think he's joking, but what do you think? He also did another part of this interview where he speaks about Gucci Mane being cloned. This isn't something that only a few people noticed or talked about. Many people are saying Gucci Mane got cloned as he looked different after being released from jail.
I think it's amazing that they even were able to make Gucci Mane.
Right, because they cloned him.
Why did the guy say it so certain?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if CLONED did. I'm pretty sure like that was done from a separate company.
Right, everyone was saying he was cloned as soon as he got out of jail. He looked different, he talked different.
Yeah, even his teeth, he was smiling.
Right, he was smiling a lot more.
Yeah, he did, definitely. I like
so
Gucci. I like new Gucci. I like second gen Gucci.
Second gen Gucci. Okay, so Gucci was the first hip hop clone, but you're the second.
Maybe if there's others, I don't know.
Now moving on, I need to show the time when Orlando Brown said that there are two Chris Browns, where one of them is on stage and the other is at the back getting pictures to make money doing meet and greets.
He made headlines again when some pictures came out that fans took with him, and it was revealed that they paid $1,000 for a meet and greet with Chris Brown. Some people were surprised at this, and there was some debate as to, whether people felt it was worth it or, is that a little too much?
He's the real Chris Brown, and he's not allowed to get on stage. That's the only way he can make his money.
So you feel like that was like a lookalike that did that?
Do I feel like it was a lookalike in Chris Brown's body?
Okay.
No, Chris Brown is not that. It's just the same. It's the same thing with Kanye, bro. Not Chris Brown on stage.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not Chris Brown on stage, bro. It's not Chris.
So that wasn't Chris that did that?
Hell no, that wasn't Chris. No, that wasn't Chris that was on stage. Chris Brown is the one that's he getting paid any way he can to see if it's gonna go over, and it's going over well. Don't nobody know the difference.
Well, that was interesting. He's basically saying the one Chris Brown is doing all the performing, probably the media, and the other is just in the back, the real one who needs to make money by doing meet and greets, promos, etc. Orlando Brown also said something very similar about Kanye West. He spoke about this in a similar interview that Kanye West is fighting to be the real Kanye, and he also says he loves the real Kanye. Let me know your thoughts on this one.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I love the real Kanye. Man, haven't we had this conversation? I love the real Kanye, but that be trying to get at me, it's like, yo, bro, like, there's no competition. You're Kanye, bro. Even in your other body, you're still Kanye, bro. I'm little Orlando, bro. If you guys actually realize, like how there's a taller Kanye and a smaller Kanye, taller Kanye and a smaller, they're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye. They're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye, dude, right in front of you. That's stupid, bro. You see Kanye 6 feet tall and then you see him small. You better catch the small, give him a hug, man, because he been through a lot being that body. He was just trying to eat that day. And that's what the real Kanye be in a real place, chilling, eating, no security. That's Kanye.
So there's two Kanyes. Now you might say Orlando Brown is crazy. So what I find interesting is that there was this time when Kanye West was singing, and while he was singing he said, "Watch how they clone me."
The phony would clone me. Just watch how they cloned me.
So he basically put out there that he got cloned. Maybe he could just be saying this as a warning that he could be in the future if he keeps speaking out. As you know, he spoke out a ton a few months ago. I don't know, it seems like he's putting it out there for everyone to know. But what I find interesting is that no one really pays attention to when he says it. Now, when looking into it deeper, ever since Kanye West has made a comeback after a few months of being off social media, is that many people have been saying that he got cloned. This is Kanye a few months ago, and this is the current Kanye we are seeing. Do you think there is a difference? Kanye did also say something about disappearing, etc.
And if I ever went anywhere, we know why.
And he did wear a mask and hide himself for a while during his controversy. Now you may have seen this rapper or heard of him. His name is MacDonald, and he released a song 3 years ago called Cloned Rappers. He basically spoke about how people in the music industry got cloned. I can't play the song here, but he mentions in the first lines of the song how they take bone samples to clone rappers, which is similar to what Kid Buu said, by the way.
So they can remove a fragment of bone that's located here.
And then once cloned, they'd look different, which is interesting and adds up, as this is why earlier in the video I covered how Orlando Brown keeps mentioning how there are two different versions of the character. Now, I want to tell you something that is fully real and can be done. Well, you can check this for yourself right now after this video. If you have a pet cat or dog or most other animals, you can literally clone them. It will cost you around $50,000, but it's literally possible. So if you can clone animals, they can most likely be able to clone. Currently, there are no reports of human cloning happening, and it hasn't been verified by scientists. For most places, it is illegal, and cloning humans is seen as unethical. Kid Buu also mentioned this when speaking about a friend that supposedly cloned a girl named Eve.
I have a friend of mine named Sophia Bridget who's currently being faced for trial for the criminalizing the act of Godonizing, I think it is, which is like breaking the law of cloning someone.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
please dive into that.
So you know somebody that privately cloned another person?
Allegedly, I can't say that she did.
Well, allegedly.
I can't say she did or did not because the case is still open. She's 63 years old. I've been knowing her for about 8 years now. She's a part of a movement called the Alien Movement, and they're the founders of CLONED.
And by the way, you can look up CLONED for yourself online after this video, and you will see it's a real human cloning organization registered in the Bahamas.
Which is what she works for. Allegedly, they say that she cloned a girl named Eve about 11 years ago. And that's what they're trying to trial her for.
So, is it like a machine, or like how does? I mean, I know it's not you, but I'm just saying you know more about it than I do.
Well, it's recreating the synthesis of DNA, so it's the exact same genetic structure as anything else would be. It's hard for people to wrap their mind around it because of consciousness and a soul, right?
Right.
So some people who don't want to see past that then are like, well, what is it?
There you have it. People have different thoughts on whether human cloning is real or just a publicity stunt. The whole idea of celebrity cloning and what cloning claims to be able to do is definitely not certain. But I'll leave this for you to let me know in the comments your thoughts.